Hello, and welcome to the first episode of our RevEx's social distancing small table show. I'm your host, Professor Rex, and I'm coming to you live from the palatial Pinch 2, a subdivision of Chateau Magoo-Magee. Like I said, this is a small table concert, and that's because I'm not sitting at a desk. This is a table, and it's not that big, but it's not tiny. And, this is more of a show than a concert. And you can tell because if you look really closely, you can see my teleprompter in the reflection in my glasses. If I line it up, I look pretty cool. Whoa. All right. So you are welcome. Well, so the difference between this and what other people are doing is that this isn't live. This is recorded live, though. So it's like recorded in one take. There are no edits on this, no filters applied, no sepia or, whatever you Snapchatters are doing these days. But it's recorded live because of laggy internet and various things like that. There are problems with that stuff. So it's not necessary for me to do it live. So we're going to do a little recorded version and then put that out. All right. If you would like to join us, we're going to try and do one of these a day, short things, 10 minutes or less, hopefully 5 minutes or less most of the time. It can be a song, music, comedy, monologue, commentary, whatever you want to do. Record it on your own and then let it to us, and we will put his shit out through our channels, put it on our YouTube channel, and share it online and elsewhere. So if you are interested in that, you can find us on our website at RevExProductions.org, or you can contact me, Professor X, directly on Facebook if you already know me. If you don't already know me and you're watching this for the first time, then go ahead and use our website, RevExProductions.org. All right, that being up, I'm going to do two songs for you, a little bit of a storyteller's format. I will tell you a little bit about the song, how it got created, where it's from, what inspired it, that kind of thing. Then I'll perform it live right here for you. All right. Our first song is Fuck the Radio. And this is originally released way back in July 4th, 4th of July release in 2014 originally, as part of what was called my punk rap EP on Bandcamp. And the idea, of course, is as simple as the title of the album implies. It was that I think there's a real big overlap in kind of the themes and history of punk and rap, and the supposed media divide between the two is nonsense. So I combined them for this 8-song cycle. This was the lead song, and when I decided to release that, I thought of what was something that the two genres really, really had in common, had a lot of overlap. And the first one that popped into my mind, and there are a bunch of them, was that both genres had this real strong hatred of pop radio. And being since both genres were considered too edgy for radio and thus had a hatred for the radio not putting their stuff out there and playing their songs, they created a lot of songs in each genre that were anti-radio. And so that was the first one that popped up. And this song is my representation of that punk and rap crossover hatred for popular radio. And it's called, surprisingly, Fuck the Radio. Here we go. Time to tune the dial, cause the station sucks. But all the stations suck, so listeners are fucked. We used to hear good music on the radio. Listen to your station, now I say hell no. I'm getting carpal tunnel from turning the dial. Every fucking sound I hear is fucking vile. Hit you with an EMP, your shit's gonna blow. Kill all that noise, start pirate radio. Let me hear you say, fuck the radio, 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 fuck the radio. Owned by Clear Channel, Cumulus Walk. Add an ecstasy and call that shit hot. Different stations, same fucking shit. Repetitive nonsense, you call a hit. 1 in 10 songs is even worth a spin. Throw the rest of that shit in the trash bin. You wouldn't know good music if it hit your face. Causing the dumbing down of the whole human race. Let me hear you say, fuck the radio, 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 fuck the radio. 8 country stations teaching whack-ass values. National Public Radio ignoring real news. 4 light rock stations putting me to sleep. 3 hip-hop stations playing bitches and bling. New rock radio, no new thoughts after 95. Nothing on your airway showing music's alive. I like the board system, but weak-ass jams. In a quagmire like a Sonic Vietnam. Let me hear you say, fuck the radio, 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 fuck the radio. At home with me, fuck the radio, 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 fuck the radio. I need to write more spaces for breathing into my songs because there's not much there. All right, that is Fuck the Radio. And you can find that everywhere. It's on Bandcamp originally, way back in the punk rap thing, but it's also a single. It's on iTunes and Spotify and Pandora and everywhere. Just Professor X, Fuck the Radio. All right. Catch my breath for a second. Let you know that today's show, our sponsor, today's show is brought to you by the Umbrella Corporation. Speaking of brought to you by, the second song I'm going to do today is my 2019 single, Tweet That. And when I wrote this song, the basic idea behind it was I wanted to do a song that made fun of the president. I didn't want this song to be something like didactic and about policy and like going through like, this was why, blah, blah, blah. I just wanted to make fun of him for being the fuckwit that he is. So it's just basically hip hop style, old school, juvenile tearing down of someone, but without a lot of the history of that has insults over weight and calling him a girl or a woman or gay and things like that, taking all that stuff out and only attacking him for choices that he has made as a person. So kind of like woke juvenile. The hook, for instance, makes fun of Trump's tiny hands, but this isn't a comment about the actual size of his hands or what that's supposed to mean. It's actually more about the fact that he is juvenile enough to think that the size of your hands reflects the size of your junk. That and the other concept, that his primary weapon was Twitter, just tweeting away. But he's so small-minded in his Twitter usage that I'm saying a small mind like that comes with small hands too. So that's what the tiny hands thing there. It's not about whatever else. So with that, here is Tweet That. Always miss the intro. Watch this. I'm gonna miss it. You watch. You're a dumb cluckhead who can't get shit done, and competent ain't the half of it. It's all of it, son. Such tiny, tiny hands for such a tiny, tiny man. Your tiny, tiny plans are toxic for such a great land. You think your money talks for you? Well, we think that that's funny. You should spray tan as runny, bunny. Visual agony, honey. White trash with money is still white trash. Every second you're awake, you get us closer to a crash. You're the only president whose hair is worse than Van Buren. For the next 50 years, your disease Oh, of course. We had a glitch in the system. Your disease will be curing. Tweet that, tiny hands. Tweet that, Donald Trump. Tweet that, tiny hands. And tweet that, Donald Trump. Tweet that, tiny hands. Tweet that, Donald Trump. Tweet that, tiny hands. Tweet that, Donald Trump. Never get yourself a stench ever out of the White House. Not my president, not a man. You're not even a mouse. You thought Orwell's 84 was an instruction manual. Your mental health checkup should be way more than annual. Your vocabulary is tragic, comically bad. You get less respect than Kevin Federline sad. You're like Montgomery Burns without the physical stamina. In a few more years, you might be as popular as Manimal. For those who don't know, Manimal was a widely ridiculed 80s sci-fi show. So this metaphor here is that Trump is less liked than a show that blows. Tweet that, tiny hands. Tweet that, Donald Trump. 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 You are the fashion. What Ted Nugent is the fashion.
Get it?
You are the jokes. What Ted Nugent is the jokes.
With it?
You are the politics. What Ted Nugent is the politics. You are the thinking. What Ted Nugent is the thinking. What's the difference between you and an alcoholic drinking? A drunk can put down the drink, you'll always be sinking. The Oompa Loompa store call. Next week they're gonna be suing you for copyright infringement and brand dilution too. You want us all to be loyal to your snake oil salesman gig. Not until you take the time to pop the potion to make your hands big. Not until you discard the disgusting rug you wish was hair. Not until you resign and retire where your actions make us care. Tweet that, tiny hands. Tweet that, Donald Trump. 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 This is where you don't do shit live. Although I'm going to leave it in. Glitch on the audio there. But it worked out. Just a rewind and go back. Fuck it, we'll do it live. Alright. And that is our first episode. Happy quarantining. Happy social self-distancing. We will see you again tomorrow.